Hi, I'm Dr. Lisa Thompson of drlisamthompson.com, and I have a question for you. What do you think of when you hear the phrase, leaders are readers? For most of you, and myself included, I always thought that leaders are readers, meaning that you would constantly read books. Okay, you're reading books on self-development. You're reading books on skill development in business, on leadership. That will help you become a better leader in your business and as you're growing your teams in your online business. But I learned something different today. I'm reading the book, John Maxwell, the 21 Irrefutable Laws of Leadership. If you don't have this book, I highly recommend that you read it. If you haven't read it in a while, pick it up again and read it. It's available on Amazon in Kindle, paperback, and Audible form. I have the link in the video description and the first pinned comment section below this video. So in the book, John Maxwell talks about leaders are readers in 4 areas. There's a different meaning to these, okay? So we're going to dive a little deeper into that phrase, leaders are readers. So what this is what John talks about here, is the phrase leaders are readers. It's teaching you process, teaching you how to think like a leader. So here's, and these 4 things are really important because what it's going to do is it's going to help you attract especially the right reps into your business. So if you are in affiliate marketing or you are in network marketing and you're building, people coming in to promote and grow your organization, you're going to find this very, very helpful for you. So the first component, okay, with leaders are readers, and this is what John Maxwell says. Number 1, leaders are readers of their situation, okay? Leaders read the situation. So what they do is you have to be aware of the atmosphere and the environment. So as you are going out there trying to attract people, you have to make sure that you are creating an environment that is going to help them thrive, okay? And you want to be able to, as you started creating that environment, you have to have a powerful vision of who you are, what do you stand for, and where are you going? Okay, where are you going? Who are the people you're serving, and how are you going to serve them? You have to have a big vision for that, okay? Do you have a vision that you want all for, first-time moms to lose that baby weight so they can be, so they can lead a great life. They can have that confidence back, okay? Or maybe you're fighting for, the moms who want to stay home and build an income while not missing out on the magic moments of their kids. You want to give kids their parents back so they're not working so hard, okay? Whatever that vision is, you've got to have a vision that's going to attract people to you. So you have to be able to read the environment and the situation, okay? And not only that, as you're building your organization, as you're building your team, what you also have to do, and this is what John Maxwell says, I'm going to read it right from the book. He said, you have to be able to sense the attitudes of people. Okay, you have to be able to sense the attitudes of people. So as you are prospecting, you got to make sure that you are sensing their attitude. You want to sense who they are. Is this someone who would really add value to your group? Okay, and add value to the team, add value to your vision. Will they help you get to that vision? Okay, you just don't want to be adding people for the sake of adding people. Okay, you want to make sure that you're getting the right people to you, and that's why the big frustration that I see in network marketing is that you're being told you have to make out this list of 100 and talk to everyone on that list. Okay, not everyone is perfect for your product, service, or business opportunity. Okay, and so you got to be able to have that intuition to know what your prospect is. Are they someone that's going to be good for you? All right. And as you're building your team and as you're growing your team, you have to be able to read and see what's going on as far as the dynamics in the group. Maybe you've got a Facebook group that you're leading with all your team members in it, and making sure that there's a good dynamics. And if there's issues coming up, you're able to address them right away. So number one, you've got to be a reader of the situation. Number two, leaders are readers of trends. Okay, leaders are readers of trends. So they're always looking for what's the impact down the road. Okay, they keep an eye on short-term thinking, but they're also looking down the road. And see, in online marketing today, I got to tell you, things move fast in online marketing. And all these different marketing tips and techniques, where, Facebook algorithms change, and there's all these different, ways to build traffic, and people tend to jump, and it's like, oh, we got to do this, and you keep jumping from thing to thing to find out what works. What leaders do, leaders understand where they look at trends, and then they're thinking, okay, we got to look at the foundation. Now, I learned this from my good friend Diane Hockman, who's a 7-figure earner, both in network marketing and affiliate marketing. She's a 20-year vet. And what Diane said is, I've been around in the game for so long. And what I've seen is that there are all these different types of marketing strategies that come and go. But she said there's one constant on all of them that's built it around. And that's communication. Okay, building your audience and how you're going to communicate into your audience. So what she teaches, she doesn't get into all these different little, online tricks and gimmicks. She teaches fundamentals. And what she teaches is you find a platform. You stick with that platform. Okay, you find one platform you're going to plant your flag on. Build your audience there. Learn how to communicate into that audience on that platform. Once you are able to do that and do that successfully, then you can start thinking about branching out into other, social media networks. You might want to start with Facebook. Is that where all your audience is hanging out? Is that where you want to plant your flag? Plant your flag there. Learn how to communicate. Learn how to attract. Learn how to provide value. Following, making sure you're staying within the guidelines of Facebook. All right. Diane primarily uses Facebook, and she's built a huge, not a huge organization, but she builds a really responsive group that follow her. She's got a loyal band of followers. As a matter of fact, her email list is I think only 4,500, but the average spend of people on her list on whatever her product, service, or business she recommends is around $780. It's between $700 and $900 per person. So that's huge, okay? And she did that because she learned the fundamentals, and she teaches fundamentals. So that's an example of being a leader of a trend. Leaders also are readers of their resources. Okay, leaders are readers of the resources. So resources can be time, and it's also money. So leaders are also looking for ways to leverage, because they know that free a lot of times can be the most expensive because of the time component. So what they look at, leaders, if they're, they know what they're good at. They know their skill sets. They know what they're strong in. They also spend a lot of their time on income-producing activities, and they focus on the income-producing activities. They don't get caught up in this little minutia of making sure, that they're building their own website, that it's perfect, and they get sidetracked. Anything that involves, like heavy editing, or they're doing, like a website build or graphic design, they leave that. They outsource those activities. And they focus on just really 3 key areas. Creating content every day that serves their audience. They are meeting 10 new people a day, minimum of 10. And they're also communicating with their audience on a consistent basis, communicating into their audience to build that engagement. Because you need to build an audience and engage your audience before you can sell to your audience. okay? The last thing John Maxwell talks about with leaders are readers. Leaders are readers of people, okay? They really love people. They understand people and what drives people. And that means they know their audience, okay? That's why. And the biggest mistake that I made when I first got started in my business is I wound up looking for the sell. I was selling, trying to find the latest shiny object traffic technique that's going to give me a flood of traffic with people saying that they're going to buy from me. I totally skipped the step of knowing who my audience is. And I will tell you, when you take the time, if it takes you an hour to really figure out who is your ideal prospect, who is your ideal customer? Is it the first-time mom who can't, who has struggling, losing 15 pounds that she put on during pregnancy, and she's ashamed to get undressed for bed in front of her husband because she's ashamed of how her body looks? Are you looking to build a business? You know, is this for the also maybe the first-time mom who is just, her heart is breaking as the, you know, we're coming up to the end of her maternity leave and she has to go put her child to daycare, and she's going to miss out on those big magical moments, you know, their first crawl, their first stand, their first word, and that breaks her heart. You know, you want to have that person who wants to be able to stay at home and work with their kids and has this drive and motivation to do so. Okay? So you got to know who your audience is. Where are they hanging out on social media? What books are they reading? How old are they? What are their biggest challenges and problems? And how does your product, service, or business help them? So those are the 4 key areas, and I really suggest being, you know, adopting the philosophy, leaders are readers, and diving deeper into each of those 4 sections that from John Maxwell that he put in that book, okay? And really find out, where do you need to grow in those areas? Because if you're struggling right now in really building a team and getting people, you know, selling more of your products or services to customers, building your customer base, or building up your team, this is really going to help clarify some things for you. So there you are, my friends. I hope you got value today. If you did, leave a comment and share. And if you don't have this book, I really suggest you pick up and read it. Get a copy. Read it. If you haven't read it in a while, read it again. The link is in the video description, and it's also available as the first pinned comment below this video. So thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.